Many Americans' knee-jerk reaction to any piece of art, food, movies, literature, music, whatever, is to just shit on it. So a very long time ago, when Transformers, the movie, came out, the first Transformers, I know there's like 10 now, I went to go see it, and I guess it was like a decade ago. This is maybe more than a decade ago. This was a very, very long time ago. I went to go see it because everyone said it was so great. And I didn't like it that much just because, look, I just don't like action movies. Okay, I can make another video about that if that's at all interesting to people. But in general, I just don't like action movies. But I watched the Transformers cartoon as a kid, and everyone liked it. So I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. Going out to movies with friends is something to do. So I went to the movie, and then I went to another friend's house just to hang out. And then, he asked me, what did I do? And I said, I went to see Transformers movies. And he said, oh man, wasn't it great? Didn't you like it? And I said, not really. It was kind of shitty. And he got so angry. He's like, oh yeah, you gay there. You think you're so smart and so cool and so refined because you didn't like Transformers and everyone else liked it. Now, maybe this reaction, I think Korean people couldn't understand this reaction, but I want to use this as an example of getting to the main topic, which is Americans oftentimes just shit on something just because it's like the safe thing to do. So let's say you have two options when you watch a movie or eat some food at some restaurant. You can either say the thing is good, or you could say it's bad. Now, I know there's a lot of variance in between, but let's use those as the two general ideas. You can either say it's good, or you can say it's bad. Now, if you say something is good and really it's bad, you look stupid. So let's think of the worst movie in the world. Whatever, like the cheesiest, stupidest, like no story, just dumb. Let's say me and my friend go to see just the stupidest movie ever. And we leave the movie and my friend says, wow, it was such a great movie. Ah. And then I say like, that was a shitty movie. I look a lot smarter than him. You could see how kind of dumb people can't criticize pieces of art very well, and they might have a very low standard. And if somebody says that they don't like something, that means that they have a very high standard and they're kind of smart and kind of refined. This is the way we think. So for us, it's kind of a safety move to say whatever food we ate at some fancy restaurant, we say, oh, that was shit. That means like, wow, that guy, he has some taste in food and he knows about food and he's kind of smart and intellectual or something like that. Or he sees some movie and goes like, like what my friend thought I was doing Transformers. If I see Transformers and everyone likes it, I go, actually, it was garbage. Then I seem like a smart guy who knows something that nobody else knows because they're all a bunch of idiots and I'm a smart guy. So oftentimes we do this just to be safe because it's hard to judge something. It's hard to judge art. It's hard to judge a movie or a book because for one thing, there's no correct answer, right? You can absolutely say you like something that somebody else absolutely hates and nobody's wrong. So what's the answer? Well, if you don't know, just say it's shit. And if you say it's shit, then like the worst thing it looks like is that you're just an asshole. But you can't look like a big dummy. Whereas if you see something and you say it was really good and the general consensus is it was garbage, or your other friend said it was garbage and then you liked it, you look like a big dummy. And I want to explain this because a lot of Korean people think about, Korean people know about shisun and nunchi and the way that people are like kind of looking down on you if you have this job or whatever. We do this in America too. We're just doing this very subtle and different way. And also this goes back to another video I made about American coding and decoding. Like, so basically if you meet someone, an American person, they say some movie was shit. They go, oh, that was shit. Once again, you don't know if he's just saying it because he actually doesn't like the movie, or is he saying it because he's trying to look better than other people? In this way, Americans are very complicated to read because we have this code that we say, and the listener has to decode it. What I like about Korean people is usually about like movies and music and stuff. They just kind of say what they feel. I'm going to make another video about this. This is going to be a part of at least a 3-video series, maybe a 4-video series. But anyway, the main point I'm trying to get to is that a lot of Americans our first reaction to any piece of art, our first criticism, our first critique, not really criticism, but our first thing we want to say about any piece of art, food, movies, books, whatever, is to just say, that's shit, that sucks. And the reason we do it is to look smarter than other people. And there are some really big downsides to it. Okay? Number one, if you just say something sucks immediately without thinking about it, number one, you're actually not analyzing that piece of art because you're being basically lazy. Instead of actually having to, analyze something and figure out whether or not it's good or bad or what you like about it and what you hate about it, your reaction is just, that sucks. So that everyone thinks you're smart and refined and at least you won't look stupid, just trying to be safe. You end up not properly analyzing art, and analyzing art, analyzing the world in general is part of what living is. We're humans, and the only thing we have is our consciousness. And part of exercising our consciousness is analyzing what's around us. So we miss out on that sometimes. The other thing is we end up missing out on really good pieces of art just because we're trying to be kind of safe, because we're trying to look smart. Like, I'll give you an example. I'm trying to think of an actor who's done really shitty movies. Like, we think of, oh, this is really mean, but if you guys know the actor Nicolas Cage, like nowadays, he used to be kind of an action star, and nowadays he just does anything. He's kind of over his prime. So now if there's a really good movie that I like called Adaptation, which has Nicolas Cage in it, and I think it's a really good movie, you can go ahead and watch it. Now, if I tell it to one of my American friends, I say, hey, you should watch this movie, Adaptation. They say, oh yeah, what actor's in there? I go, well, Nicolas Cage is the lead, and they just, even if they don't say it in the back there, oh, Nicolas Cage, this garbage guy, I'm better than this. They won't give the movie a chance because Nicolas Cage is in it. And they're trying so hard to be safe by criticizing everything, by shitting on everything. And even when they watch the movie, they go into that movie thinking, this is a Nicolas Cage movie. And Nicolas Cage is like a garbage actor who only does garbage movies. And if I say that I like it, and it has Nicolas Cage in it, I run the possibility of looking like a big moron. Like I said, there's some shit in America too, and we don't want to look stupid to our friends. So they'll just watch the movie and say, oh, it's garbage. And they'll ignore what I think is a really good movie just because they're afraid of looking stupid to their friends. So this is a reason why I'm telling you, many Americans have this knee-jerk reaction to any piece of art, which is just to say it's shit, because we don't want to look stupid. And it has the results of sometimes we don't analyze things properly, and it has the bad result of we don't end up appreciating a lot of good stuff. We don't end up giving a lot of good stuff the proper chance that it deserves. So we end up missing a lot of really good movies, really good food. If somebody says that's a good restaurant, I'm like, okay, no, it's a shitty restaurant because of XYZ. We miss out on good books, and we really do miss out on a lot of good music because we just want to look down on. Music is one of the ones where we really like to shit on certain artists and certain groups and stuff. So we miss out on a lot of this stuff just because we have this automatic reaction to say everything's shitty. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you hate this video, give it a thumbs down. If you love me or hate me, please hit the subscribe button. Leave as many comments as you can, please. I love comments. I don't think this video is controversial in any way, but hopefully I'm bringing to light something you've never really heard of. I think if a lot of Americans see this video, they'll kind of know exactly what I'm talking about. And I think if a lot of Korean people see this video, they might be kind of surprised, or maybe you've seen it with some American friends when you're living in America or something, and you realize, oh yeah, that is kind of what they do. If you have those experiences, please leave them in the comments. Remember, every Friday at 7 p.m., Mokpo time, a new video will come out. So if it's after 7 p.m. on Friday, please check out my videos. And of course, the number one, this is like really, really important, guys. The number one most important thing to do is have a super most awesome day.